So how do you deal with this line, Alan Watts, if you acknowledge your enemy, you empower them?
Well, I think if by acknowledge you mean, like, say that you're the enemy, well, if someone has an ideological position that's opposed to you and you're opposing their ideological position, you're actually reinforcing them, because you see, like the religious right and all these Republicans, they love an argument.
Right.
They'll get up in your face and start talking about how evil you are and everything like that. They love this argument. So I always try to have an approach that if you see someone who's, advocating what I would call an ineffective ideology, in the sense that it alienates them from other people and causes them to act in ways that further screws up our standard of living on the planet, and the understanding among people, that if you that it's better to find a bridge to them. It's better to find out what they're about, or somehow figure out a way to change them and go around the thing they're confronting you about, because they basically have fetishized some idea and they hang on to that fetish, and they're going to argue with you forever, over that be it abortion or or you're a communist or somehow they've grabbed hold of that and they're going to fight that forever. So there's really no way to, like, have a yelling match, a wrestling match. I mean, eventually it comes down to guns, and everybody's shooting each other over these ideas. And I go like, well, it doesn't really have to transform that way. We had this situation, dare I say, in Second Life, where a bunch of us activists were doing protests in Second Life, and there were these neo-Nazis coming around. Neo-Nazis, both European neo-Nazis, National Front people, and this guy from the U.S. who was being a neo-Nazi, and they're coming around our meetings and everything like that, and the way, they try to disrupt things. They would issue what are called little bombs that emit images, in the virtual world, just to harass people. It's called griefing, and they go around and do the griefing. Well, you can go yell at them, you can counter-grief them or anything like that. Now you just have chaos and noise and nothing gets accomplished, particularly in a virtual world. Nobody's getting hurt. Everybody's sitting at their computer being more pissed off at each other. It's kind of ridiculous, But so people learn to talk to these people to, like, sometimes it takes a little bit of guys to pretend that you understand something that they're saying, to sort of diffuse them and get them off the thing, or even find a point. And of course, I always remember a strong point that was made to me by an organizer, and that's that they would find that it's actually easier to win people from the Ku Klux Klan over to working class progressivism, than it is to necessarily confront them on their racism, that they have working class issues. And if you talk to them about their working class issues, then you can find a way to unite with them that takes them out of their, they're fetishizing their whiteness,
That's you're back to, you're trying to find that confounded bridge again.
Yeah.
That was a good line, find the bridge. Well, in The Godfather, they say, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
There you go. There you go. And it's even, there was something I saw recently, a poster. It was, if you want to talk about peace, don't talk to your friends, talk to your enemies.
Amazing. Yeah, there's another American Indian line, your enemy is your best teacher.
That's right.
Yeah. And I love your line, finding the bridge. You find the bridge to these people rather than confronting them.
Yeah, it's very easy to make someone evil, call them the evil person, and then, therefore you guys have to go out and fight your Revolutionary War. And, admittedly, push to shove, sometimes it ends up that way, but it really doesn't have to, To me, that's really the wrong solution to that, and that, there's a lot more that can take place through dialogue.
Beautiful. So what's more important, conviction or compromise?
Those things kind of go hand in hand. I don't know, because, if you have a strong conviction, I don't know why people should give up their conviction, if you think that that's the way the world is, I think